I'll just get the room. Good afternoon. Thank you for accepting an interview with Balkan Investigative Reporting Network. Could you please tell us for BIRN, why is Mladic arrest important?
It's extremely important. It's extremely significant for a number of reasons. It's extremely important for the states of the former Yugoslavia, for the people from the former Yugoslavia. It's extremely important for international justice. The Security Council back in 1993 created the ICTY and gave it a very important mandate, and that is to try those considered most responsible for the serious violations that took place in the former Yugoslavia during those wars in the 1990s. The tribunal has indicted 161 persons. Of that, all bar two, up until last week, had been arrested. With the arrest of Ratko Mladic, there now remains just one, BIRN Hub, who is still at large. So it's extremely important because it is now the beginning of the tribunal completing all of its work. A very important job, and it's coming to a conclusion.
What kind of medical examination have you made with Mladic?
Upon the arrival of Ratko Mladic at the airport on Tuesday night, I met him as he came off the plane. I had with me the medical doctor from the United Nations Detention Unit. We undertook a preliminary examination, and the doctor determined that he was suitable to be transferred to the detention unit. Upon arrival at the detention unit, as is normal practice, all new arrivals at the detention unit are examined in our medical facility by the doctor, by the nurses, and so at the moment we are undertaking all regular tests of Ratko Mladic. It's important to appreciate, though, that I now have responsibility for looking after his well-being, for looking after his health, and one of those responsibilities includes respecting his privacy. So details relating to his state of health, his medical conditions, do remain confidential. Our rules of detention provide that they must remain confidential unless the accused person, unless Ratko Mladic himself gives me the authority to release this material.
Is there an estimate of his overall health?
As to his state of health?
Yes.
As I said, I'm not going to disclose what is his personal information. At the moment, I can say that he is getting all necessary assistance. He is being examined on a regular basis by the doctor.
The duty counsel has been appointed. Did Mladic consent to it?
Absolutely. One of the responsibilities of the registry is to meet with the accused. My officers met with Ratko Mladic. They discussed with him the options for counsel, and he agreed to the assignment of Mr. Oleksic for the role of undertaking the initial appearance.
Did Mladic indicate how he will defend himself? Has he appointed who he wants as an offender?
He has not as yet appointed someone. Actually, it would be for me to finally make that appointment. But these are the discussions that will be ongoing over the coming days and perhaps weeks. It's of course an extremely important decision that any accused person has to take. The defence counsel that will represent them, and we in the registry provide as much information as we can to help them in making that choice, but that will take a little bit more time.
Did he have any special requirements regarding the placement in the detention facility?
When he arrived on Tuesday evening, I spent a couple of hours there. We discussed the new regime that he's moving into, the rules of detention that will govern his life in the detention unit, but as including things such as having access to the telephone to make telephone calls, visits, people who can visit him.
Thank you. Did he request any materials for defense?
Not as yet, no. He hasn't made any special requests to me as yet.
Will his belated arrest impact the completion strategy of the tribunal?
First, it's very important to appreciate that the completion strategy of the tribunal always included the arrest of all fugitives. So it included the arrest of Ratko Mladic. So it is very consistent with our completion strategy. Now, how long will the conduct of his trial take? It is a little bit too early to say. We have to have the initial appearance tomorrow, and then there will be a very vigorous period of pre-trial activity. During that, over the coming weeks and months, the judges will be able to make an estimate, a determination as to how long the trial will last.
Thank you so much for having conversation with BIRN.
Sorry, I made a bit of a face at the end.